Good morning, sunshines. It's big news for Age of Empires Mobile. Content is coming, okay? It looks like the castle facilities upgrade and the mercenaries are coming in 3 days, which is much sooner than I was expecting, especially considering the announcement for it is like, I only just got it now. I only just got it like an hour or two ago. So we're doing this video to let you all know who is not in Supercore, which I think is going to be the vast majority of you, the information, the details of what exactly we're going to be getting with this. Straight off the bat, the first condition you're going to need to meet to access the brand new update stuff that's coming in 2 to 3 days is going to be level 26 Citadel and advancing to the glorious age in the game. A lot of you guys might have noticed in your castle that you were able to interact with it. You were able to see a little info icon thing on it too, but there was nothing there, right? So of course that was always planned to be a future update, which is what is coming so soon now. And you can see it all written on the screen if you guys want to take your time and read through it yourself. So let's go through the castle facilities first, which is a short little window here, but there's quite a bit to it despite what appearances here. First part, unlock and upgrade facilities such as the hero supply post, hero training ground, quartermaster's post to boost the relevant attributes. Okay. I don't know exactly the details of that one, but it does sound like, since they said relevant attributes, we're going to be able to increase the attributes of some of our heroes, like armor and might and strategy. And then I think there's a difference between there with hero training ground and training ground. Hero training ground being very clearly for heroes, something to do with that, and then training ground itself being for your actual units, so cavalry, or swordsmen, or archers, or pikemen, right? And then quartermaster's posts, I don't know, man, but we're looking forward to seeing what that actually is in detail in 3 days. But that's good. Sounds cool. Boosting relevant attributes. If you can actually change the attributes of heroes, such as, like, say, Guan Yu, and boost his armor, that would be game-changing for the builds that you all are running at the moment as well, and it's going to increase the variety that you will encounter or be able to use in combat, so everyone's not just going to have the exact same build. That's going to be pretty nutty if that is the case, but we'll have to wait and see on number 1 there. Number 2, Citadel renovation. This is their answer to going past level 30 buildings. After unlocking this facility, you can renovate specific level 30 buildings in the Citadels for extra power and buffs. Okay, so you're not going to go beyond level 30 per se, but you will be able to add to your level 30. So it's kind of like gems for buildings in a sense. Citadel constructions and renovations. So very, very cool. I'm hoping and I expect there's only so many things that could be. So let's say you maxed out your training buildings for your units. For me, it takes about a day and 15 hours to train one of my units. That's including with all 5 villagers in the actual building. I'm going to be able to add parts to those buildings that will speed that up. It seems to be what the case is there, okay? However, there is rumors about tier 8, 9, and 10 coming. Let's just hold off on that for a moment. But if that is the case, the renovations are going to have to be very extensive. So there might be quite a lot to the Citadel renovations. We just don't know yet. And it might just be something that's unrolled bit by bit. So I guess we'll see in 3 days what they decide to do with that. Whether it's all at once or it's just bit by bit. I think all at once might be their play, because they want you to spend as much as you can in a short a period of time as you can, so that might be their business strategy there. We'll see. We'll probably be able to see everything in 3 days. Number 3, new research institute. So after unlocking this facility, a new technology category, Citadel in brackets there, will be added to the university, housing multiple hero-related technologies that offer significant upgrades, such as increased hero level limits and improved attributes. Oh, that's big. That's so good. Your heroes are just going to get stronger. You're going to go beyond level 120. A lot of people did point out that suddenly, a little while ago, they started gaining experience at the 120 again without any explanation or wondering why that was. Well, it looks like that's why. So we're going beyond 120, which is nuts, but you're going to have to research new technology for it. This is actually something that was leaked by accident, obviously, in the last Pioneer server they did. But it was removed very quickly, and there was only a few pictures circulating around on the Discord at the time that showcased what these things looked like. It's not exactly the same as what you see in the university. You're going to have a whole new window open up, and it's going to look so different. So I'm actually kind of hyped. I can't believe it's only 3 days away. That it's just suddenly announced it like this, bam, out of nowhere, and then suddenly we're going to get to do this. So yeah, us whales, we're going to get stronger, and you're going to meet us on the battlefield, and you're going to cry, okay? I'm going to make you cry, because I'm going to go in with my 170 Lubu with 7,000 might, all right? You're going to enjoy that, and we'll see how far these can go. Oh my god, I'm actually super hyped to see what possibilities are around with this, because you're going to be able to alter your builds like a lot, so much. You're gonna be able to use heroes that were useless before, actually, and that's going to open up not the meta. It's going to open up the meta in a big way. It's going to change the meta in a big way, because you're suddenly going to see Harolds out there with really high stats that are actually viable. Guan Yu is going to be lasting longer in battle. Things like this. The possibilities are limitless. I'm super hyped actually to see this. Let's go to number 4 here. Mercenary camp. Now this is big. After unlocking this facility, you can build the new building Mercenary camp. Upgrading the facility grants you mercenary contracts, which lets you recruit various mercenaries. Now, we'll see mercenaries in a second down here, but they look like they're just kind of buffs similar to your civilization buffs, and we'll see them all listed out in a second. So here's the overview of some of the mercenaries. Available mercenaries are the Persian Immortals, the Japanese Samurais, the Indian Battle Elephants, the Byzantine Cataracts, Swiss Pikemen, and Roman Centurions, Korean Archers, Egyptian Chariot Archers, okay? Each mercenary page provides recommended hero lineups for your reference, which is interesting. I'm not sure what that entails, actually, because as far as I can tell from this, it's just like buffs like a Citadel. But let's keep going here. Deploying mercenaries. After recruitment, go to the troops interface to replace your current units with mercenaries. Oh, which come equipped with stronger special skills. Okay, so I should have read it in more detail myself. We'll see the buffs now in a second, but it looks like this is instead of having swordsmen, archers, and so on. It's going to be very specific archers, specific swordsmen, etc. Okay, curious. And the first one there, you can see Roman Centurion. Let's have a look at number 3 first. Mercenary deployment. In the mercenary camp, you can unlock and upgrade mercenary-related tech to boost their combat attributes. Mercenaries also inherit any existing attributes associated with their unit type. Oh my god, so this might be instead of tier 8, 9, and 10. Maybe. Unless that's all an additional thing we're going to see in 3 days. I don't know. But this goes above the strength of the units you're actually using. The swordsmen, the archers, etc. So if I wanted to replace... This is... Phalanx. This is Spearman. Okay, Roman Centurion. Spearman, I think. If I wanted to replace my typical tier 7 pikemen in my pikeman build, I can hire Roman Centurions instead and use them in place of normal pikemen and get these buffs. Increase all heroes' skill damage of the troop by 2%. And after the troop deals skill damage, reduces all damage taken by the troop by 3.5% for 3 seconds. Now this is going to go nutty on my martial pikes, okay? Because they're already tanky. They're already the tankiest army I actually have, even though they're not even the highest armor that I have on them. So with this is going to be even more endurance and more skill damage, making Caesar hit like even harder and Octavian hit even harder, and it's going to be pretty cool. Persian Immortal looks like it's a swordsman. Increases all heroes' skill damage of the troop by 2%. This is kind of weirdly worded. The troops don't have skill damage themselves, so like the swordsmen don't have skill damages themselves, but these replace the swordsmen. So that buff is going to apply to your heroes, I can only assume, because that's the only way so far the game seems to work, alright? So it's kind of the same like when you put your armor and you get to the 4th star on your body piece and your leg piece, you can get a boost to your skill damage, right? Which is the holy grail, honestly, of the armor upgrades. So yeah, increases another 2% on that. So a lot of these are actually going to overlap. This is pretty much the same, but it's These are pikes. These are swords. Will of Steel here, the ability, this is the same as the pikes. After the troop deals skill damage, reduces all damage taken by the troops by 3.5% for 3 seconds. So this is actually going to be nuts on things like Lubu and like any of the secondary strike builds that you have, so Mulan and whatnot, or Bellevue, because they use a lot of skills as well, and they're just going to be popping more and more damage and taking less and less damage a lot. It's going to be great. Japanese Samurai, looks like it might be another swordsman, but it's got a different ability. Increases the activation chance of all heroes' secondary strike or active skills of the troop by 1%. Not great. 1% is not huge. I'll take it. That'll be good on King Arthur. Full body plate mail. Reduces all damage taken by troop by 2%. Just straight up, right? Straight up 2% more endurance just for free. Very nice. Indian Battle Elephant. All heroes, this is cavalry, right? Obviously. All heroes in the troop have a 5% chance to launch 2 normal attacks each turn. Is that good? That will be good on any units who actually use secondary strikes. So this will actually go really well with Lubu as well, but I'm not sure which one would go better on Lubu. This one or the one we saw earlier. I actually didn't see a cavalry one earlier now that I think about it. Hang on. Let's just keep going here. But that's actually pretty good because some of their skills are dependent on launching normal attacks. That's what secondary strikes are. Secondary strike skills do. So you have 5% more normal attacks, 2 normal attacks each turn. That's each second, by the way. That's really good. That's really good. Fully armored reduces skill damage taken by troop by 4%. That's also quite good. That's a big chunk, but it's specific to skills. But the good thing is, damage troops do is almost all skills. Normal attack damage is the only other damage they do, and it's way, way lower even on Lubus and Mulans, which are the only 2 major marches that deal significant normal attack damage, right? So reducing skill damage is huge. Okay, that's really a major go-to. I might actually run this on my Lubu as my choice. But let's keep going. Byzantine Cataphracts. Increase all heroes' skill damage of the troop by 2%. That's also really good. That's obviously cavalry too. It's also really good for Lubu. We'll see. Heavy cavalry. After the troop deals skill damage, reduces all damage taken by the troop by 3.5% for 3 seconds. So this is the equivalent of the first 2 we saw for swords and pikes. All right, it's just for cavalry this time. Now we got Swiss pikemen. When dealing turn-based or passive damage. So this applies to both major pike marches that are out there. It's the warrior pikes and the martial pikes. Warrior pikes do passive damage. Martial pikes do turn-based damage. The troop ignores 2% of the enemy troop's defense. Okay, it sounds good. It sounds good. The only thing is, pikes are predominantly defensive. So I'm not sure, it's kind of mixing an offensive nature with a defensive nature. A little conflicting. We'll see. I mean, it's not bad. You're obviously going to get some benefit out of that, but we'll see. Iron Scale Armor reduces all damage taken by the troop by 2%. Huge. That's really good for pikes. Pikes are bulky. They're meant to be bulky. They're meant to be built like that defensively. An extra 2% endurance for free. Very cool. Archer time. All right, Korean archers. Increase the activation chance of all heroes' secondary strike active skills by the troop for 1%. This is going to be really good for the Bellevue Mulan marches and also the Ramses, which is going to come in about 3 weeks because we got hit with another Ramcam MGE coming up next week. So after that, it's got to be Ramses. And this is going to apply because Ramses runs active skills. Mulan runs secondary strike skills, the whole march. So there you have it. 1%, yeah, it's the same as what we saw above just for archers this time. And reduces all damage taken by the troop by 2%. Maybe not the best option because they're already kind of fragile. They're already glassy cannons. 2% extra damage reduction it's okay, it's always welcome, but it's not game changing because you're still built to deal damage ASAP and still die, right? That's just kind of how the archers are. They're not tanks, but we'll see. What's this one? Egyptian chariot archers. Increase all heroes' skill damage of the troop by 2%. That's good. That's just all of them. That's going to really be nice. And then after the troop skills deal damage, reduces all damage taken by the troops. So this is exactly the same as what we saw for the other ones. So every one of them, archers, cavalry, pikes, and swords all have the same thing here as an option. All right, so that's really good. Very cool. That's it, folks. Huge update. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to this. It's only in 3 days. It's the 14th for me here in Japan. It said it's coming out on the 17th. So we're going to have to start researching loads. I guess that's kind of why they put in the new research and Citadel development packs at the top of the stores. If you guys did notice that. They disappeared for a little while. Now they're back. And they're back with a vengeance, let's say. Cool though. Oh, this is going to be game breaking. A lot of people are going to be really annoyed, especially free to play players. They're going to be really annoyed by how much stronger other people can get with this. So I'm not sure about T8, 9, and 10 like people were talking about. This looks like an alternative. There are, like they said, techs to boosting the power of your mercenaries as well as your heroes. So that might be instead of just putting in T8s, 9s, and 10s. Well, who knows? They might do both. Either way, guys, what do you make of that update? This is going to be a big deal when it breaks in a couple of days. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys around on the battlefield when I wipe you out with one shot. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.